Dr. Joshua Alobo is still here. He is President, International Human Rights and Development Center. Let's take it take off now in this closing moments from what Mr. Ojukwu stopped off, and that's the issue of gender-based violence in Nigeria. What's your take about how we are addressing it?
Gender-based violence, I think that has not been actually captured within the RAE template. We only look at gender-based violence as if it's against the feminine, without even looking at the male side. Even though the male side may be minority, but the minority must also be taken into cognizance. There are a lot of things that goes on. Look at like the recent scenario where the former minister's son was killed by the wife. A lot of issues were not even they raised or debated, but assuming it was on that side, you see the women will carry placard. I'm not against them, but we must balance the table to look that even the male counterpart can be a victim of the gender-based violence. Right. Even though the CIWA, there is a convention against domestic violence, mirror more on the female, but the reality is that just like in the law of rape, that man cannot be raped. But if you look at that law has passed that primitive stage of human behavior, because rape in order add like nap tip, also so that it can be done through the mouth or the anus. And if the man has mouth and anus, like the homosexual, you see that the male aspect must also be taken into cognizance. Right. But the vast majority is the female. Right. And we must also look at our orientation. A lot of sexual-based violence happen within the immediate family member. That is why it's largely unreported, because they will use the terminology that it's a family affair. Right. You see like a case at Badagry Okorodu where a father had sexual intercourse with the 4 children, and he was using Lot as a model.
Okay, Dr.
Yes,
I know you wanted to also respond to some of the issues raised about Mr. Omoyele Showere's rearrest and DSS activities. I understand you're a member and a chieftain of the APC, and I'd like to know what your perspective is. As an insider, how do you feel about what is playing out? Are you embarrassed? Are you disappointed? What is your take on this?
I'm seriously embarrassed because I'm the national president of Intellectual Rally for President Buhari. And most of the work we did, we did not solicit for 1 naira from anybody. And we have not gone to any person to look for contract because we know the monumental corruption under Goodluck Jonathan. So Showore was among those that also canvassed for the re-election, for the change of the matter. If you look at the quotation, there are a lot of persons that are even pro-Jonathan are happy that at least he has reaped what he has sown. So it affects my sensibility as somebody that champion for a new Nigeria. I have a magazine, People's Court, and the title is Provoking Mental Revolution. Revolution must be situated within a context. There's no way like me that travel a lot by the road. We travel from Abuja to Lagos for 12 hours, and you see the sunny state of the road, and you'll be excited. So likewise, when you travel to the east and you see the state of the road, even though Fashola, with some people say that they quoted him out of context, there's a lot of things that need to be done. Let's stop this paper governance or something that you just think that Nigeria are gullible. Look at what even the spokesperson said that is the minority. What is the minority? How many people have access to the media space? So if 1 million persons have said that what he's doing is wrong, you cannot term that 1 million as a minority. And this is an advent of social media. And that is why, like I keep on saying, APC, which I'm a chieftain, originate hate speech. Look at what happened at even Lam Mohammed and the rest. Nobody was arrested. Look at the first subsidy protest at the Freedom Square. If not that Jonathan was proactive to deploy the soldier, they have almost outrun the government. You know, I was in Abuja, even though I was not in the general protest, but I was using my vehicle to monitor the whole situation. So a lot of showbiz was going on during the Jonathan administration. We did not look at it as a threat to the government. What is Showore? They are just making the guy to be too popular. I don't know him as a person. But he have been reading Sahara Reporter right from Jonathan era, a lot of information that they disclose and all those things. So if a media practitioner cannot express his opinion, then what will he do? And this is a man that have a pedigree in activism right from university days. So
Right.
the DSS, for goodness sake, should not breed another terrorist group.
Okay.
And like I said earlier, my master thesis was on Boko Haram, threat to national security and right to life. It's just suppression of the will of the leader, Mohammed Yusuf, that escalated what we have now as economic Boko Haram.
I think that's a fine place to leave it.
All right, then, we want to thank you very much, Dr. Joshua Alobo, National President, International Human Rights and Development Center. Thank you very much for your perspectives this morning.
I'm grateful.
All right, we're back in a moment for another issue, maybe related. Please stay with us.